From East Asia to Europe, from ancient China to distant Mesoamerica, dragons appear in the myths of countless civilizations. This raises a haunting question. How could cultures with no contact imagine such similar creatures? Were dragons purely products of imagination, or do these legends preserve traces of real beings that once existed on Earth? Before the rise of science, people had no knowledge of evolution, geology, or biology. Thunderstorms, volcanoes, massive bones buried underground all demanded explanation. Mythology became humanity's first language of understanding, and dragons emerged as the perfect symbol to embody forces far beyond human control. As archaeology and paleontology developed, humans began uncovering enormous skeletons hidden beneath the earth. Skulls the size of rooms, bones longer than a human body, jaws lined with terrifying teeth. To modern science, these were dinosaurs. To ancient people, they could only be the remains of dragons or legendary beasts. Historical Chinese records describe the discovery of dragon bones, which were ground into medicine. Modern research has revealed that many of these so-called dragon bones were actually dinosaur fossils or prehistoric animal remains. This proves that ancient people did not merely imagine dragons, they physically encountered the remains of gigantic extinct creatures. Dinosaurs and dragons share striking similarities: immense size, sharp teeth, claws, armored skin, and terrifying presence. However, dinosaurs did not breathe fire, fly magically, or possess divine intelligence. Dragons may therefore represent dinosaurs transformed by myth, religion, and imagination into something far more powerful than biology alone. Beyond dinosaurs, many prehistoric animals could have shaped dragon imagery. Giant crocodiles, massive ancient snakes, marine reptiles like mosasaurs, and even enormous prehistoric birds. Ancient observers may have combined these creatures' features into a single legendary being, what we now call the dragon. Flight is one of the most unrealistic dragon traits. Some researchers suggest early humans observed large reptiles climbing cliffs or massive birds soaring overhead and fused these images with reptilian forms. In mythology, flight often symbolizes divine power rather than biological ability, a sign that dragons transcend earthly limits. There is no biological evidence that any animal could breathe fire. However, ancient people witnessed volcanic eruptions, burning gas vents, and spontaneous natural flames. When these phenomena were associated with giant beasts, the image of the fire-breathing dragon was borne away to personify natural disasters. If dragons originated from real creatures, why do they differ so dramatically across cultures? Environment and worldview provide the answer. In the East, dragons are linked to water, rain, and agriculture, becoming benevolent and serpentine. In the West, dragons are tied to mountains, caves, and warfare, becoming destructive and monstrous. The same inspiration evolved into different myths. Neuroscience shows that humans exaggerate threats to survive. Dangerous encounters become more terrifying with each retelling. Dragons may be the result of this process, real dangers magnified through generations of storytelling until they became legendary monsters. If dragons were real, why have we never found a complete dragon skeleton? The answer lies in their composite nature. Dragons are not one species but a fusion of many animals, natural forces, and symbolic meanings. No single fossil could ever match the mythical dragon. Some speculative theories suggest humans may have inherited an instinctive fear of large reptiles from ancestors who lived alongside prehistoric megafauna. While unproven, this could explain why dragon imagery triggers deep emotional reactions across cultures. Science does not dismiss mythology, it explains how it forms. Dragons may not exist biologically, but they exist as cultural memory, preserving humanity's encounters with massive creatures, natural disasters, and the unknown wilderness of the ancient world. Scientifically, there is no evidence that dragons as described in myth ever lived. Culturally, dragons are absolutely real. They represent humanity's fear, respect for nature, and limitless imagination. Dragons are real in memory, symbolism, and belief. Dragons may never have flown across the skies, but they live on in stories, art, and culture. Perhaps the real question is not whether dragons existed, but why humanity needed them. As long as we face forces larger than ourselves, dragons will continue to exist in the imagination of humankind.